Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from the outskirts of the internet. This is the Gaming Saloon for November 16th, 2019. With your host, Peacebreaker2448 and Rampant Epsilon.
Hi.
We have some interesting stuff to talk about.
Yep.
Like, you remember how that Sonic movie said they were going to do a redesign?
Oh, and it looks so much better, in my opinion.
It's not just that. It's the fucking I swear they put a better trailer together.
You know what I almost wonder? I almost wonder if we're getting an alternate take on what they were gonna do with the movie.
It would not surprise me.
Because it kind of feels like it.
Because, damn, this trailer looks like so much better. But we'll get to that. Yeah, we got that. We got some Xbox news, surprisingly enough. And, we have some Stadia news to talk about. You know Stadia? You know that service that's supposed to be this whole big deal?
Yeah.
What if they fumbled the ball before they even got out of the gate?
I mean, everyone's got to have their mistakes.
Well, to be fair, this seems like normal mistakes for a platform launch.
So then they're at least on par with everyone.
Yeah. Before that, Tommy, what have you been playing the last couple weeks?
Outside of Maker 2, not really a whole lot.
You haven't got to touch Terry, right? In Smash?
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I played more of him after I streamed him a little bit. I think he's my favorite mechanical, or my favorite mechanically of the 4 DLC we've gotten so far. He just feels really good to play. Like, he's not heavy, but he's not like super light either. He's in that nice middle range like Link is. He hits like a goddamn truck. Jesus. Him hitting 100% is like going, okay, now I can do the super big stuff, and now you're somehow more dangerous than you were before. Like, you are so much more dangerous, because when you hit 100%, you're essentially in go mode, because there's a go flashing on your stuff, and you get 2 super moves. You get a power geyser, which is a big like wave attack that's stationary, but it has like a mile high hitbox. You can hit people midair with this so easily. Or people in midair with this. And then you have Buster Wolf, which is a grab. It has so much priority. It has priority over Wonder Wings from Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, wow.
You know the invincibility move that can only be countered by grabs? What if you had a range grab that can block it and then punish you for it? And by punish you, I mean obliterate you at a high enough percentage.
Well then.
Bear in mind, neither one of those were his final smash. He still has a final smash that is a triple power geyser to initiate it, and then it's a power dunk into a Buster Wolf. And again, stupid amount of damage. Terry is just a fucking tank in terms of his output, and it's ridiculous, and I love it. I'm gonna be so sad when they nerf him.
Yeah, because it's gonna happen.
Yeah. And he's also weird because you have to get used to having the two different side smashes. So if you're used to like doing a back smash or going like the opposite direction to do a smash to your opponent, like prepare to go the other direction that you're wanting, because that's not how that works. Yeah, no, Terry's fun. I think he's the most fun I've had with a DLC fighter. I can't say he's my favorite overall because, you know, Joker and Banjo exist. So I can't say that, but still I'm like, fuck, this makes me want to go try an SNK or a Fatal Fury game to be like, if Sakurai has put that much work and that much effort into something he really loves, there's obviously some sort of quality here that I'm missing out on. Too bad I'm garbage at fighting games. Because, like, I know John was talking about it on his stream about people, like, shitting on Terry and then getting a hold of him and was like, holy shit, he plays really good. And he's like, yeah, fuckers. What'd you expect? I mean, I never, like, shat on Terry's inclusion because I'm like, hey, I'm sure there are people that are just as excited for this as I was about Joker and Banjo, so I'm cool with this. Like, the only thing that confuses me about any type of Smash character inclusion is how much people are pushing for Steve from Minecraft. I don't know if it's supposed to be some sort of meme or people are genuinely wanting Steve in there.
Probably both.
Yeah, it's that. I talked about it before, but you might have not been around for it. I've got the Rider Tower complete as of the current update.
Ah.
Also, there is a soft release of an update that fixes flying.
Or should fix flying, anyhow.
It does fix flying. I downloaded it and tested it. It does fix flying.
Okay.
It fixed flying for at least Tajador. I didn't test any of the other forms that are supposed to have flying, but it did fix flying for Tajador. So flying should be back to being fixed now. Thank God. Yeah, it's updated to the current update. What was it? 38 floors, I think? Was it 38? It might have been 28. I forget which. I counted the number of floors I was at, and it would be 38. Because we're at 33 shows? 34 shows? Well, granted, the entire show era doesn't count, so it's Kuga onwards, so that's 21. No, it'd be 28. My bad. It'd be 28. So yeah, 28 floors. I think I've set up an extra floor for 01 already. I'm gonna record a video of the tower since I probably can't stream Minecraft anymore, or at least this world of Minecraft anymore. But I'm gonna record a video showing not only just go from top to bottom, showing everything. Yeah, 01's set up to where I more or less have it going clockwise with here's the main room where we're gonna start putting everything, and then like starting like 2 rooms over, there's all of the what if forms they're putting in from the blog. So like shooting Wolf 01 and all that. Because they've been adding them pretty regularly from the updates. Outside of that, I played a little bit of Pokemon today on the side. I didn't make any progress. I just wanted to test out Wonder Trade. I just spun the wheel on it. I didn't get anything really interesting, but I'm not at a level to where I could get really dumb stuff that people just toss in the roulette wheel and just see what happens. I did look into evolution methods. There's some dumb evolution methods, as I was telling you earlier on the pre-show. Let me see if I can find some more. That is not what I wanted. Thank you. There's a Pokemon that requires a specific item, but I think the item is in the opposite game. I think. Huh. I don't know. I'm really confused by it, so don't take my word for it. Leafeon and Glaceon had their evolution methods changed for this game. They now require a Leaf Stone and Ice Stone instead of having to level up next to Marine Grass next to these, like a Mossy Stone or a Icy Stone.
To be fair, I kind of feel like that was probably a needed change.
Yeah. Charjabug is also changed. He just takes the Thunderstone to get the Vikavolt. Instead of having to wait 2/3 of the game to fucking evolve him. Okay, you remember Poltergeist?
Yeah.
Okay, it has a pre-evolution, but the pre-evolution has 2 different forms that, from the images I've seen, I can't tell the difference between them, to be perfectly honest. But depending on the form, you need one of 2 items.
Hold on.
Let's see. I talked about the Alcremie pre-evolution on stream, on pre-show. There's one that requires Taunt. There's a Farfetch one. There's actually a Pokemon that requires a specific. It's not a different evolution tree. It's more of just a different form. That requires a specific personality. That's not the right word for it. But nature, that's what it is. One of several specific natures in order to get to it. It's only 2, and it more or less splits the natures in half. So if you have one group of natures, you get this form, but if you have one of the other groups of natures, you get the other form. Again, pretty weird. And then there's this one. I'm going to read this one verbatim. And just take this one in. Presently has more than 49 hit points in damage, is not knocked out, walk under Stone Arch in Dusty Bowl. That is a legit evolution method for a Pokemon. Yeah, that's like, what? What fucking bullshit is this? Yeah, otherwise I've enjoyed Pokemon Sword. It's a Pokemon game. It looks really nice, but gameplay-wise, it's not that much different. Which I kind of expected. They have not super changed the formula in 20 plus years. I don't think they're changing it now on a game that they may not have had enough development time as they wanted. Also, there's a good bit of new Pokemon, which is really nice. I know we haven't hit that many in stream, because I believe the number of new Pokemon puts us at 890 total now.
Oh, wow.
We are 10 short of the 900 mark. And this is Gen 8, right?
Is it? I thought this was 9.
Yes. No, it's Gen 8.
Okay.
Yep, it's Gen 8. Meaning, yes, they are probably planning for Gen 10 to have either the start or the end of that new batch of new Pokemon to be 1000. I can almost guarantee you that. But anything you're curious about since I've played 6 hours on stream?
Not really, no.
Alright. See, I'm trying to think of better than that. Hop is a doofus, but I think that's pretty normal for your normal, like, rival character. We do have an asshole rival, but he is just as easily curve stomped. Because I might be ahead on the difficulty curve, although I did see from Tom's stream that I'm, like, on par with the gym.
Oh, really?
Yes, so the gym is about level 20-ish. Or at least the gym leader is about level 20, so...
Kind of funny.
Yeah, I'm kind of out-leveling everything but the gym. Which is fine, to be honest. Don't think I really played much of anything else. Not really. I had to spend a day fucking jailbreaking fire sticks. It was honestly really easy. The hardest part was going, okay, what is the fucking TV movie app that I need, and what is the live TV app I need? As it turns out, I have to hand type in some fucking web addresses to get that shit downloaded. That's fun. But anything else?
I can't think of anything, actually.
Alright then, let's talk news for the week. And Microsoft had an event in London? Probably not London. The Xbox 19 event. They showed off a bunch of stuff. I only paid attention for half of it and then I turned it off because I got tired. I got bored.
I mean, it's Microsoft.
Well, it didn't help that some of the stuff was like, oh, this is a cool CG trailer.
Well, I mean, when it's coming for the Scarlet.
But to run down some of the stuff they showed off, Rare has a new IP coming next year, ? I think. It's in pre-production, and they showed a CG trailer. Everwild. It's something. It looks pretty. There's a deer with flower antlers that look cool, and these pig beaver things, and it looked kind of neat. I don't know. I'm not super confident in current Rare, to be honest.
I'm not either.
Obsidian showed off their next game following Outer Worlds called Grounded, which is a survival game that more or less goes, hey, do you remember Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? Okay, what if we turn that into a video game? Because that's literally what I'm seeing is, hey, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, except a video game. Spring of next year. Sea of Thieves is getting an update. The Seabound Soul. Apparently you can harpoon boats with your little dinghy.
Well then.
You'll be able to chuck firebombs and load them in the cannons, and I guess light ships on fire and burn them down. Yay. I'll be honest, Sea of Thieves is not the most interesting thing in the world, so...
I mean... Be honest, has it really been?
No. Bleeding Edge!
Yeah.
From Ninja Theory has a March 2020 release date, which I think a lot of games have a March 2020 release date, apparently. I have not paid attention to next year releases. March 24th, actually. The next game coming from Stranger Things is Tell Me Why, which looks like a game coming from them. Not Stranger Things. Why did I say Stranger Things? That's the Netflix series. No, Life is Strange. My bad. Life is Strange. This looks like a Life is Strange game. So, there's that. Project xCloud is coming to PC next year. In Game Pass, we'll have the option to stream too. That's neat. We got Planet Coaster heading to Xbox One and PlayStation 4, so you can build theme parks and stuff. Halo Reach is coming super soon.
Really soon.
It's December 3rd, actually. To Xbox and PC, so yay! Or PC specifically. Standalone is $10 actually. That's not bad.
I mean, part of me is like, yay, because that's the first post Bungie Halo we've gotten on PC. At the same time though, I'm like, eh.
Let's see. There are a shit ton of games that are available to stream on the Project xCloud beta for free. Let's see. Where are some highlights here? Devil May Cry 5, Forza Horizon 4, Gears of War Ultimate Edition, Gears 5, Halo Wars 2, Halo 5, some Hitman, some Killer Instinct, Ori and the Blind Forest, Overcooked, Sniper Elite, Soul Calibur, State of Decay 2, Tales of Vesperia, some World of Tanks and World of Warships, World of Final Fantasy, WWE 2K20. I don't think that's gonna help, but okay, fine. Sure.
I mean,
Microsoft Flight Simulator got a trailer for all of those looking for a flight sim. It looks good. It's got cloud computing to make it look as good give you as many details as possible. The only thing I can say is that I found out that the most expensive... Okay, guess what the most expensive thing on an airplane is?
What?
It's the fittings. It's because an engineer did not plan properly and ended up having to have custom fittings. And you can imagine how many fittings are on a goddamn airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, yeah. As an engineer, I extremely understand that problem. Let's see, Age of Empires 4 got a gameplay debut. It is coming. I don't know when because they didn't give a release date. Thanks. It looks good. Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition hit Steam. It is on Steam right now. We have some Black Friday deals. You get $150 off an Xbox One X bundle. And then you have $100 off an Xbox One S bundle. I didn't. What do we get with? What do you get with these? Is it not going to say? No.
Probably not.
No. Okay. Of course not. I saw the Mixer logo and I'm like, hi, Mixer. You get an all-digital bundle for another $100 off. Some certain Xbox One controllers are going to get a discount. Xbox Game Pass Unlimited beginning November 14th. You can get a month of service for $1. And individual games, you get 33% off Gears 5. And you get 50% off for Horizon 2, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, and Hellblade. Those aren't too bad. Let's see. We got 50 new games coming to Xbox Game Pass. Beginning as when this article is, or beginning at the time of the show, Age of Empires 2, Age of Wonders, Hearts of Iron 4, Lego the Ninjago Movie, Rage 2, Remnant from the Ashes, The Talos Principle, and Trax. And coming, beginning in the holidays throughout 2020, some of the highlights, I guess, Darksiders 3, various aspects of the Final Fantasy franchise. So, Final Fantasy 7, not remake, regular 7, 8 remaster, 9, 10 HD, 10.2 HD, 12 Zodiac, 13, 13.2, and 13.3, and 15. So, you know, all those wonderfully good Final Fantasy games that aren't the 13s and 15 are there. I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the consensus on 15 is these days.
I thought 15 at least started out good, according to everyone's opinion, and now it's... I kind of feel like now it's being ran into the ground too much, but...
I think people like 14 more, because I've actually been watching some 14 streams, because they're like new super hard raid came out this past week, and people were grinding out attempts on it. Because it's more or less a one shot to do this boss rush, and you have to do it all. If you wipe, you have to start over. It took 4 days for the first team to get it. Yeah, 4 days to get this boss rush, and they are still the only people that have done it. Like I said, this is like the super hard, like only the hardcore raiders are probably going to be doing this, because oh boy, does it take a lot of work from what I've seen. Like you fuck up even once, you very much are risking a wipe very easily.
All that.
Let's see what else we got. Life is Strange 2, My Friend Pedro, Streets of Rage 4, Tekken 7, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And that's really it. I'm not seeing anything else super stand out. Like, there's a lot of indie titles in here, but I don't recognize them offhand. So, yay! Minecraft Earth. It's got some early access going on with some pop-up events at Sydney, New York, London. I don't think it's in this list, but I saw that apparently Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8 are coming to Xbox. So you get all of the Kingdom Hearts games besides 3. Okay, you get all the Xbox and the Kingdom Hearts games that matter besides 3. The rest of the games that you don't get to play, you're getting cutscenes in the other collections, so you're covered.
True.
So, yay! I still need to stream 3 at some point. But I'm still waiting on Remind to come out. Which, I don't know when it's supposed to come out. I think it was supposed to come out, like, sometime in the next couple months, but I've not heard anything. I've not seen anything. So, I don't know. I'm not waiting for bated breath on it.
It's probably been delayed.
Probably.
Because, you know, it's got to match the game.
Yeah, it's like, we got to prioritize Final Fantasy VII Remake.
So it'll be delayed for 5 years while we do that.
I guess it's just me not having nostalgia for 7, but I'm like, you know, the 7 Remake looks cool. I'm not hyped for it. But I don't have nostalgia for 7. So for me, it's just, oh, hey, it's a remake of that one Final Fantasy game that everyone talks about.
That one game that one guy from Smash came from.
Yep.
like pretty much. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Which is weird.
Yeah. We got a Wasteland 3 trailer to round things out, at least according to the article. There might have been something missed since it did miss the Kingdom Hearts news. I don't know. I was watching with Easy Allies until I guess their internet went out and they couldn't do commentary on it. And I was like, I'll watch for a little bit. And then I got bored. And then I started watching something else. Because I was like, oh, I don't care. Nothing here really interests me. Because I kept seeing like CG trailers and stuff and not really any like, hey, here's like some actual gameplay stuff. I guess they all saved it all for like the second half after I stopped watching. Yeah, Wasteland 3 looks good. So yeah, that's the Xbox stuff. This, according to Easy Allies, this is like the last stop in terms of big news for the year. The last one will be the Game Awards, which are, fuck if I remember.
An undisclosed time in the near future.
December 12th.
To be fair, I liked my answer better.
In a few weeks. I mean, you should be excited because, at least according to the Game Explained, they are very much expecting the last DLC character, or the last Fighter Pass character, to be announced at the Game Awards.
Except Nintendo's kind of not been doing anything by the book with the Smash DLCs, so...
But here's the thing, the first Fighter Pass character was announced at the Game Awards.
Yeah, so why would they do the last? They're gonna throw it up in the air and try to do it weird.
Yeah. Well, they have... Isn't the deadline like March?
I think.
Yeah, I think that's all.
That still means they could do a announcement in like January in a direct.
Yeah, because I think Yeah, they would do a direct like early next year, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they could also do it there. I don't know. I'll watch for that, or for them to like curveball us and be like, "Here's Breath of the Wild 2 information," just out of nowhere. After we've been quiet on it for like half a year.
And you know, that's what's got me kind of puzzled too. It has been super quiet for that and for Prime 4. So it's like, okay, yeah. I could see either of these being that whole, oh, surprise, you forgot about us, didn't you? Well, here's a little bit. We're not done yet, but here's a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised like Prime 4 is a, we're still waiting on that one. We're waiting until it's got substantial development to really like showcase it, because we don't want to like go, here's a tease from Metroid Prime 4 and then go back to like quiet on it for like a year until it's actually ready.
I don't honestly know though if they'll hold out too much longer.
Yeah.
And at least without giving a little bit. Like, they might not give any kind of story, anything, but maybe even some kind of a little trailer for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they could probably do that, seeing as how you look, it has been quite a while since we found out Retro got it back.
Yeah.
So, that one maybe. Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be the big question, I think. Because I feel like if we're getting it anytime soon, we're probably looking at a March next year release date.
Yeah, I kind of want more information on it, because like that teaser was so good. I want to know more.
Like I feel like if it's going to get released next year, it's going to be in that March slot kind of deal.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I have no idea what big gun they're going to pull out.
Granted, I think
unless Prime 4 is close enough to be released next year and they do like Prime Trilogy kind of deal.
Yeah.
That would be the only other thing I could think of kind of deal that we know about anyhow.
Granted, weren't we in this position last year where it's like, oh, we don't know a whole lot about Nintendo going forward, and it's that time where they're super quiet and they're like getting everything together for the next year. Okay. I'm like, this feels familiar. This feels like we've been here before with Nintendo, where it's like the end of the year and they're all quiet until their direct hits. I know I shouldn't be expecting Amiibo really that much outside of, I think Dark Samus and I forget something else. I think the last one that needs to come out for the main roster is coming next year. Shit. Let me look. Because it'll probably be on Nintendo's website, hopefully.
Maybe.
Richter, that's who it is. Yeah, Dark Samus and Richter are January. And then the Three Knights are, they say December 31st, but I believe they're sooner than that. Because King of Cards is sooner than that, I believe.
Yeah, it is. I can't remember how much sooner, but yeah.
Yeah. My mom actually asked me about that today, because I was like, oh, hey, I got my 3 Amiibo. And it's like, she from Best Buy? And I'm like, no, but you remember those Amiibo you pre-ordered like 2 years ago for me? Because I thought they were going to come out sooner. Yeah, those are coming out in the next month. And she's like, oh, okay. Because I've had a pre-order sitting on them for like 2 years at Best Buy. 2 years. That is how long those 3 have been announced. And they are just now coming out. Like, ponder that one for a second. Oh god, I feel so sad for John. I have his stream in the background. Guess what's about to win fortune cookie?
What?
Ring Fit Adventure!
I mean, I've seen where Ty had done a little bit of it, and it didn't look as bad as it could have been.
Well, bear in mind, Ty has it cranked up almost to max. Especially if you've seen it recently.
Again, I say it doesn't look as bad as it could have been.
Yeah. This game, from what he said, and I guess the general impression is, this game will kick your ass if you crank it up hard enough.
So it's a workout game.
Exactly. A proper workout game, whereas Wii Fit is more... not therapy.
Yoga?
Not yoga, more like... shit. I can't think of the term for it. Oh, wow. I really can't think of it. After surgery and stuff. Fuck. Kind of like you're reworking your muscles back into shape.
God.
Yeah.
I know the word. I can't think of it.
Yeah, I can't think of... Yeah. Like that. Wii Fit is more for that than it is like proper workout, whereas Ring Fit is, this is some proper fucking workout shit. Like, I don't think it will get you into shape, but it will help you with endurance and stamina and stuff. But anywho, any other thoughts on Microsoft?
No.
All right then. Sonic looks better, and they even put together, I think, a better fucking trailer. I don't know. It's just, this trailer feels better put together than the last trailer.
Yeah. And I almost feel like this is an alternate take on the movie.
Yeah. Or that, I don't know. Because, like, I'm wondering, like, how many did they do any reshoots for this? Since they went back and changed the model pretty extensively from the looks of it.
Okay, but I don't know if you happen to catch it, but truthfully, the size didn't change a whole lot. Like, not enough for them to have to reshoot.
Yeah, and that's probably the one thing that was like, oh, if we change the size on this, we're fucked. So we literally have to figure out, these proportions have to stick. We just have to change the design of it.
So, I mean, that's making me wonder, though, if they shifted maybe some of the scenes around.
Maybe.
Because, I mean, in any movie that is halfway decent is going to have deleted scenes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to wonder if maybe what we've seen out of this trailer has been them taking that and being like, okay, well, people are going to want this actually a lot more than we thought, so let's shift direction.
It might also help that, doesn't it feel like we have more Sonic in this trailer?
Yeah.
That's probably it, is that there's more Sonic in this trailer in his own fucking movie instead of, the human cast, which is, that's who we want to go see in a Sonic movie.
And I've got to say, I like the redesign.
Yeah,
and
like,
I saw it somewhere that I'm like, I completely agree. They originally went to capture the same kind of CGI design that Detective Pikachu used, but that backlashed. And it makes sense. With Sonic, we didn't want the humanoid hedgehog that we got in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
This fits.
Yeah. He feels more cartoon looking. And kind of more expressive.
And kind of more like what you would expect Sonic to look like.
Yeah.
And I'm excluding the 3Ds. I'm looking at this as if you were to look at the 2Ds and then look at this, you'd be like, oh yeah, well, that's Sonic.
Yeah. And I think I saw somewhere that like one of the people from Sonic Mania was helping on this. I think. I might be wrong on that.
I don't know.
It wouldn't surprise me if Sega was like, hey, we're gonna give you this person that helped us make a really good 2D Sonic game when we couldn't do that. Listen to them for a second on how to do Sonic, please.
Because it so helped us.
Yeah, it really did.
That's sad when the company that creates the character can't even do the game right. And
Also,
I feel like that is entirely Sega's fault on the video game side of it, because of the simple fact of they wanted to focus too hard on having 2D and 3D Sonic, and that doesn't work.
Yeah. I was trying to find the Sega logo because I saw it posted on Twitter. There's a nice cameo from Joker in the Sega logo. Atlas is owned by Sega, for reference. I don't know what else is in the Sega logo, to be honest, but I saw that get posted, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. We are never going to get a live-action fucking Persona movie.
For so many reasons.
Oh, so many reasons. All of which come down to, there is no way in hell any of this is going to be like showcaseable to kids. Now, an anime movie, on the other hand, that's possible.
Yes.
That's possible. We did that. It's Persona 3.
Live action, no. No, for so many reasons.
Yeah, the movie looks good. Comes out in February. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully they pulled 180 on this and pulled it out of the dumpster. I hope.
I feel like this movie's going to boil down to how much they, as weird as this is to say, how much they let Sonic be Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like that's going to be the pivotal point.
Well, shall we talk Anthem then?
I guess.
So apparently, BioWare, along with making the next Dragon Age game, might be trying to essentially relaunch Anthem. A la, as the article puts it, a Realm Reborn for Final Fantasy XIV to turn Anthem around into a good fucking video game.
You know...
So...
Here's the problem, and truthfully, I feel like this really kind of falls not only on EA, but on Square, too. Because they've had this happen, too.
Yeah.
I feel like the issue when you see a game winding up relaunching, that tells you one of two things. That tells you either, one, it was rushed, and it was so broke that they had no choice in that matter. Or two, they did such a terrible job and we're really wanting to trust them on a second shot. I mean, occasionally it works. But I have to feel like that's that lingering thought that's always there, and it's like, why? Why are we actually giving them a second shot at it? They couldn't do it right the first time.
Well, 14 turned around, and it's been a pretty successful MMO, so...
Okay. But to this, I also have to say... Destiny turned around during the expansions and then did a complete reversal when they went into the second game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what's to say if Square decided to, somewhere down the line, discontinue 14 for the new Final Fantasy MMO that they're going to be doing? Because you know they will at some point.
Yeah.
Are we going to see the same thing that happened that caused 14 to be such a bad game to begin with? Or are we going to see what caused 14 to be a good thing carried on?
Yeah.
And the same thing kind of goes with this. If Anthem gets a reboot and it turns out good, okay, well that's good. But what's going to happen the next time that EA comes out with the next Anthem? Are we going to be plagued with the same issues and basically be painted into the you fell for the trap? Or are they actually going to learn from their mistakes and go forward?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it should be a one and done kind of deal, but if they screwed up Anthem to the point where they even feel a relaunch needed to be done, just do a second game. Correct the issues going forward.
Yeah.
This feels like we know we screwed up, so we're going to try it again. Give us a shot. And it's like,
I don't wanna. Well, speaking of bad launches.
oh boy. Oh boy.
Would you want to take a guess on how many games Stadia would have had at launch before you saw this article?
I mean, based off of the way they were spinning it, or based off of the actual what I would have figured?
Either or.
Because the actual what I would have figured, this number actually comes pretty close to it. This would have about been what I would have expected from what I was seeing, because it's going to take people being like, oh, it actually is decent before they're jumping on board.
Yeah.
The way they were spinning it, though, wow, this is small.
It's even smaller because only one... What?
Wow, you know, we went through most of this and Discord just now decided to do that.
Yeah.
Anyhow, it's going to be smaller because of what?
Because only one of these comes with Stadia. The rest of them you have to buy on their own.
Odyssey?
Nope.
Really?
Yep. Destiny 2 is what comes with Stadia.
Huh.
But yeah, 12 games at Stadia's launch next week. Because Stadia launches next week. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Destiny 2, Guild, which is the only exclusive. 1 second. Guilt is the only exclusive. Then you have Just Dance 2020, Kine, Mortal Kombat 11, Red Dead 2, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Samurai Showdown, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Thumper, and then Tomb Raider. So all of the new Tomb Raider, and then like 2 fighting games, whatever Thumper is, a Just Dance game, Destiny, Assassin's Creed, and whatever Kine is, and Guild. Yay! This is not a good lineup.
But I
Not at all.
honestly think it's rounded enough to where it is a decent launch.
Yeah.
And I mean, quite frankly, I believe they're coming out of the gate with at least more of an exclusive lineup than the Xbox One has managed to pull out in its entire life.
You mean 1? Ouch.
Well, Microsoft's kind of had the bad go this generation.
Yep.
Especially with their whole, if it's on Xbox One, it's on Windows 10.
But no Doom. No Doom. Either Dooms, really. Even though they were propping up Doom as the big deal. Yeah, Doom Eternal's delay is probably sucked as well, because it's like, oh, we don't get Doom Eternal. Like anyone who probably wants to play Doom would play it on Stadia, to be honest.
I mean, maybe. Like, that would more depend on who it is playing Doom.
Yeah.
Because I know with Doom, it's not super hardware intensive, but it is enough to where if you don't have a good enough computer, then Stadia might be the better option.
Yeah. But by the end of 2019, there will be an additional 14 games. So Attack on Titan 2, Borderlands 3, Darksiders Genesis, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, Farming Simulator 19, Final Fantasy 15, Football Manager 2020, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, which actually has turned out not that good. For reference, that game was a bit of a buggy garbage mess. So,
kind of makes
Grid.
sense, I guess.
Yeah. Grid, Metro Exodus, NBA 2K20, Rage 2, Trials Rising, and Wolfenstein Youngblood, which is also not that good of a game. So, yeah. Not the best winners here. Overall.
I mean, I guess could be worse.
Shall we talk about what could be worse? So, you know how they were propping some of these like big fancy features for Stadia?
Yeah.
You know what's going to be missing from Stadia at launch?
What?
Some of those big fancy features. So you know how you could share your game state, and there's the crowd play and the stream connect?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nope. Those aren't going to be at launch. There will also be no achievement system at launch. Things will be recorded, but you can't get notifications for them or see them displayed anywhere until sometime after launch.
But Google already has an achievement system with their mobile games. Why can't they utilize that?
I don't know. Also, if you're hoping to use your Chromecast Ultras to play games, nope. Also, hope you weren't going to use family sharing, because nope. Also, 1 second, I gotta go let the dog in. Never mind, he didn't want in. He barked like he wanted in, but nope. You know those buddy passes that come with the Founders Edition?
Yeah.
Nope. Yep, nope. You get those 2 weeks after you receive your bundle. And you know those Stadia controllers? Yeah, you might not be getting them day one. So
basically, anyone that thought they were going to be clever and get the Founders Pass probably should have waited till next year.
Yeah, you know, it's almost like everything that made Stadia like fun or interesting, just nope. You get none of that, good sir. You get none of that until we figure out how to make it work.
Which I didn't plan on jumping in until after a while anyhow.
Yeah.
Because there again, I think out of every console that has came out, the Switch is the only one I've bought day one.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back, should I probably have waited until the games got built up a little bit? Maybe, but they made it work. This, I know from the technical side of it, Stadia works. Now I want to wait and see what they're doing with it before I'm like, okay, I'm in.
Figure out your bullshit. Bravo, Stadia. You are truly now officially a console because you've had a terrible launch.
Although, I'm sure their system is not crashing, losing data, or doing God only knows what else to cause any kind of technical issues.
Mm-hmm.
So, at least every problem they're having is they're understaffed and didn't plan for production.
And I would question why they're understaffed, but it's Google, and they bought YouTube, and they run YouTube, so I'm not surprised.
I mean that. I saw something about their, and this is really dumb in my opinion, but Google is looking to start offering banking next year.
Oh God, no! Oh no! No. Why?
That was my thought exactly. I'm like, what? Why?
That is a guaranteed disaster.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we go and get into releases, I need to run my dog in because apparently he's trying to wake up the neighborhood. I can hear him, so give me a bit, folks. Alright, I'm back. I just need to turn the lights on him. Or lights off on him.
Also,
That ran him
I
in.
had to fix a little bit.
Ah, fuck! I forgot the underlines.
And you also wound up having like a massive space that broke them up in a weird way.
Did I?
Yeah, I fixed
Crap.
it.
Okay.
But anyhow.
Yeah, it's time for releases.
Yep.
Oh boy. I actually decided to go, like, I would build up a couple days of releases and then drop them in, like, in the individual batches of days and then put a space in between, just so I didn't mix things up again. Instead of just go, alright, just build me the whole big list and then drop it in. That was too much. But anyway, we're going to kick things off on the 18th, tomorrow. Technically, for some people. Specifically on the East Coast. Monday. We have Blue Kid 2 for the Switch. And on the 19th, we have Angel Wonders, Planetfall, Revelations for Xbox on PlayStation 4, Box VR for PlayStation 4, Dusk Diver for Switch, Aspire 1 VR Operative for PlayStation 4, Gear Club Unlimited 2 Porsche Edition for Switch, Grip Combat Racing Airblades vs. Rollers Ultimate Edition for Xbox on PlayStation 4 and Switch, Munchkin Quake Quest for Xbox on PlayStation 4 and Switch, Not Narcos Rise of the Cartels for PlayStation 4, Raging Loop for Switch, Shenmue 3 for PlayStation 4, The Curious Tale of the Stolen Pets for PlayStation 4, The Unicorn Princess for Switch, WRC 8 FIFA World Rally Championships for Switch, Zuba Burn It Up for Switch. And on the 20th, we have Bouncy Bob 2 for Switch, Children of Morta for Switch, and Still There for Switch. On the 21st, we have Arcade Archives in the Hunt for Switch, Black Future 88 for Switch, Barbosa Mausoleum Episode 3, Un Pato in Mertoburgo. I probably butchered the fuck out of that for Switch. Daily Premonition Origins for Switch. That is the thing I'd never thought I'd see on Switch. This fucking meme-ass meme video game. It got popularity because of memes, I feel like, more than anything.
Probably, yeah.
It is not a really good video game on the mechanical front. We have Demo Reborn for PlayStation 4, Farmer Dynasty for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, Green, The Life Algorithm for Switch, Mountain Rescue Simulator for PlayStation 4, Narcos Rise of the Cartels for Switch. Okay, good. I was just like, wait, did I read that one up here? No, good. Sakurai Cosmic Cup for Switch, Strike Force War on Terror for Switch, The Tourist, I'm gonna say Tourist, because there's a fucking Y in there for some reason, for Switch, and Theta Mega Party for Xbox One. On the 22nd, we have Castle of No Escape 2 for Switch, Children of Morta for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Switch, Debris for PlayStation 4, Golem for PlayStation 4, Green, The Life Algorithm for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, Instant Sports for Switch, Last Fight for Switch, Lost Embers for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, Sid Meier's 6 for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Switch. I didn't mean to do that. Oops. My bad. Sniper, Ghost Warrior Contacts for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, Stretch for PlayStation 4, and Tiny Gladiators for Switch. On the 26th, we have Ancestors Legacy for PlayStation 4, Gas Guzzlers Extreme for PlayStation 4, Helmet the Badass from Hell for PlayStation 4 and Switch, Monster Jam Steel Titans for Switch, Overcooked plus Overcooked 2 for Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and Switch, Pine for Switch, Soccer Tactics and Glory for PlayStation 4 and Switch, The Escapist and The Escapist 2 for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, and Worms Battleground and Worms WMD for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. On the 27th, A Fisherman's Tale for Stadia, Real Heroes Fighter for Switch, Story of a Gladiator for Switch, and Widget Satchel for Switch. On the 28th, Decay of Logos for Switch, Electronic Superjoy for Switch, Kissed by the Baddest Bidder for Switch, and One Way Ticket for Switch. And on the 29th, we have Five Nights at Freddy's 1, 2, 3, and 4 all HD for Switch, and Where the Water Takes Why did I say takes? Where the Water Tastes Like Wine for Xbox One and Switch. And finally, on the 30th, we have Head Snatchers for PlayStation 4, Just Dance 2020 for Wii. Yes, for Wii. Turok for Switch, and Turok 2 Seeds of Evil Remaster for Switch. I am probably one of like 14 people that actually remember Turok. That is an old N64 game. You got to fight dinosaurs. And that will do it for releases, which takes us to Quick Draws. And mine's not a two-parter, but mainly it's 2 resources here for referencing.
So it's a 1.5-parter?
Yes, and then I fucked up and eliminated the wrong link. Oops. One moment.
Which link were you supposed to eliminate?
The second one, not the first one.
Because guess what I did?
What?
Close the article list.
Shit. One second, I need to grab the poster because we're talking about Ray Regenerations. Because we got a trailer that came out, a proper trailer with dialogue and stuff that showcased a bunch of stuff. I was wanting to grab the poster because there's something in the poster that's not in the trailers, but we know about it thanks to Shirakura saying it on Twitter and deciding to spoil all of us about it on Twitter. Because, you know, you're not supposed to know about Trinity. Okay, fuck me sideways. Does someone have... Where is the poster? Thank you. Okay, there's it is in Discord. Fuck. Anyway, we probably can't play the trailer on stream, at least not that much, but the Tokusatsu Network article has the main thing to talk about from trailer, because that's Aruto's dad. You know, from the flashbacks and stuff. That is him using a red Force Riser in the past. Do you want to take a guess what his name is?
What?
His name is Type 1. And for those that know stuff about the original series, yes, he is aesthetically very similar to the original Ichigo. Like, not the Ichigo you know from modern day. No, we were talking about the OG design of him. That was this blue. I'm gonna see if I can grab an image of it real quick for a comparison. Oh my god, if I can clicking buttons while I'm trying to scroll really fast with the scroll wheel. There it is. Yeah, that is the design of Ichigo. It is
if you modify it, I can show it on stream.
Fuck, I forgot about that part. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, that is the design it's homaging. Which is a nicer deep cut reference. But otherwise, the trailer shows, hey, the 01 timeline got fucked up, and now I guess the Humagears or Hidden Intelligence is now a corrupt company run by Humagear. That is another 01. And Aruto and Izu are the only ones that got saved. Everyone else has been affected by this timeline. And the Geo crew have to work with Aruto to go fix the timeline. And Aruto is using a Force Riser with the Rising Hopper Progrise Key. His dad is the one using the Rocking Hopper Progrise Key from a previous trailer that we've seen.
Don't mind me, I'm trying to fix it or I can put it over on the side.
Okay. I actually set up a completely different scene to show any of that. Not helpful for what we're doing, but...
Not at all.
Yeah.
That is that blue. That is weird that they changed it.
Yeah, bear in mind, this is original Ichigo. This is from, like, episode 1 to however long it lasted Ichigo before you've seen the modern design. And there was a couple more iterations between this and the Ichigo you see today.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. The thing is, the weird thing is, some of the show writers do have form changes, but it's more of a permanent form change rather than a thing they can swap between. It's kind of like a Zangetsu, the Shin Zangetsu situation, where it's more like, I don't have this anymore, I'm just this now.
And there's the poster, by the way.
Yep. Now, the thing I wanted to note from the poster that Shirakura spoiled, as you see reflected in 01's eye, that is Type 1, that is his father. But if you look in Gio's eyes, you see something else. That is, in fact, another Ichigo. Shirakura spoiled this on Twitter when someone asked him about some Geo stuff. He said, "Oh, my favorite Geo story is the one that uses another Ichigo." And it's excuse me? What do you mean? What are you talking about? He was speaking in reference to the movie. Yes, Shirakura went and spoiled shit on Twitter. After people were trying to get him to talk about Trinity, fucking he goes and spoils something on fucking Twitter that not even this trailer talks about. This is the only reference to another Ichigo in any of the material we have at the moment, is this reflected image.
That, for all intents and purposes, could technically be another Type 1.
Yeah, the design is similar, but this is another Ichigo because you can see it has the mouth stuff that the other writers have.
I'm not saying because of that. I'm just saying that if nothing was said, people could be speculating that.
Yeah.
Instead.
Yeah, people just assume this is another Type 1 and not another Ichigo. Thanks, Shirakura. Bravo. So, yeah, that's all the news for Rara, the first generation, or Rara generation. How confident are you in this movie at the moment that we don't have a writer for just yet?
Geo has fell into the same area that unfortunately Ghost is, where it's just like they're involved, something's gonna go wrong.
Tsukiyomi will get to transform and fight, as you can see in the trailer. I mean, that's a plus, right?
No, actually, that's a negative right there.
Yeah.
Because she's getting to do more in the movie than she managed to do in the show.
I can't wait to find out that this is being done by primarily the 01 crew, and I'm like, oh look, this cast actually gets to be good now that someone's not garbage is writing them.
No, you know what would really be the icing on the cake? If the movie turns out to be good, and we find out that the Geo portion was wrote by Geo's main writer, and the 01 part was written by 01's crew.
I think this is gonna.
Because then that would be the point where it would be like, oh my god, you screwed your entire show up and then did the movie right.
Yeah. Actually, I think this is going to follow the Heisei Generations formula, where it's just one big giant crossover movie instead of being subsection like the early movie Tyson films. Yeah, because nothing in the trailer suggests like it being subsection off. It seems like, oh hey, the 01 crew is kind of like getting back together right at the beginning, and then because we've also gotten, just to mention them. Don't know if I'm going to have some quick access to them. I'm going to have to scroll through Discords for a while, probably, to find them. Because somebody posted on, I think, like 4chan or 5chan in Japan with some leaks for not just 01, but for this movie. And now that we've gotten this trailer, some of the stuff kind of lines up. Surprisingly enough. Here it is. Let me just crack these open in like a bigger format so I can actually fucking read them. Bear in mind, these are translated from Spanish, so if I'm confused on details, it's because this probably wasn't translated well. More or less, Sogo's forced to become Geo again by Waz. Of course he is. We get a repeat of the transformation from the first episode, more or less. But his timeline and the 01 timeline get merged. And for some reason, Omageo just appears to more or less save them. Save Sogo and his friends so they can go save the day. Pin becomes a corrupt company and gains a hold over the company over the others. This is not right, because it says it's an alternate version of 01 with purple armor and white clothes, and that's not correct. So, not quite. And Bowser will appear in the movie, supposedly. And then there's a bunch of show stuff that I won't get into. Because it's a mixed bag of, okay, this seems like a lot happening in the next like several episodes that we have to take a grain of salt with. But anyway, how you feeling with all this on the table? Are you excited for a Geo adjacent movie?
I mean, Geo's involved, so I'm at the meh point.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not at the burn the movie point because of the way that 01's been going, but I'm not 100% on board because of the way that Geo couldn't keep a single thought through the entire show. It's like, I don't know whether I should even attempt to think this can be good or bad.
Yeah, I'm excited for the 01 material in this movie because 01 or Type 1 looks really good. But
the only problem that I have with that is what happens when we have to throw it out the window because of the fact of, you know, Geo doesn't understand continuity.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I'm kind of sitting at with it. It's like, I don't honestly know how to feel.
Can we just secretly sneak this in? I'm kind of on board of just secretly sneaking this in.
I mean...
I mean, just go, okay, look, the movie doesn't count, but we are going to keep the fact that, yes, your father was in fact a writer.
I feel like with him using the Force Res system, I feel like that might... I feel like parts of this movie will probably play into the main show, but I'm hoping that it doesn't pull a Ghost where we introduce something and then reintroduce something into the show.
Yeah.
Because one of these things has to be out of continuity kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like, that's my only thing. Like, if we establish in the show some of this, then that would be fine. But I almost feel like it needs to be established in the show and in the movie, and established the exact same way in both.
Yeah.
That way, if we have to count this out because of geo-continuity timeline crapping, then
Timeline fucker. Yeah.
then we can actually still have something good come out of it.
Yeah. Because also for reference, from the photos for next week's episode and the preview for next week's 01 episode, you know how everyone's expecting Mr. Assassin to get a Force Riser and become a rider?
He's getting one.
No! How would you like him to have 4 forms on top of that? Including that.
Oh god.
Yes, 4 forms! And also he can multiply? Let me see if I can grab these images.
He's gonna be Super Jobber.
This might not work. I might not be able to grab these images. Oh no.
He's gonna be Super Jobber, isn't he?
I don't know because his third form looks really fucking good.
Like I feel like he is gonna be that jobber class that is right under the main villains and just perpetually stays there. Because I don't think he'll ever wind up being to the point where it'll be where he could actually have any kind of redemption.
Yeah. But yeah, that's his third form, debuting next week.
So he's going through a punk phase, I see.
I guess. And then we have this image with Jin. With 2 drone assassins? I don't know, but that's not the correct coloring for normal Mr. Assassin.
No, it actually more matches the other form.
Yeah, so I'm like, can he duplicate himself? Or are these like duplicates of him that are like lower tier? Are we mass producing Mr. Assassin?
Huh.
There's so many questions I have. Because he just got his second form this week, and I'm like, oh, you're evolving into your fucking third form already next week?
And you know what's bad? I know it's gonna happen. I don't want it to happen, but I know it's gonna happen. Hey, Mr. Assassin is gonna be killed the week we get the upgrade.
Which would be next week, because Shining Hopper debuts next week.
Then maybe not.
Yeah, because here's the thing. This episode ends with a progress key being made, and that is most likely Shining Hopper.
Unless we go through the normal trope of he can't use it next week.
Nope, we see him using it. The preview ends with Shining Hopper. So, like, Shining Hopper legitimately debuts next week.
Okay, unless they pull the other thing of we're going to let our transformation of new form happen literally at the last second of the episode.
That's possible.
Like, I hope they don't kill Mr. Assassin.
Oh God, no! Please, no!
I hope this continues.
Like I talked about this.
At the same time, I feel like it's probably gonna happen soon.
Yeah, I talked about this Thursday when I was wrapping up Fire Emblem. Like, this show is so goddamn strong in its writing that I care about a literal, like, the most side the literal supporting cast just as much as I care about the main cast. Like, that takes some skill to be like, I care about Izu, I care about Mr. Assassin. Not so much the rest of the president and stuff, but it's because they've not been as featured as the other two.
Yeah, God, I can't believe how good 01 has actually been. Because, I mean, it's understandable looking at, okay, if we're comparing this to, like, X-Aid, to give a somewhat fair comparison.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, I can understand it being good comparing it to that, but this is like even... It's like they've learned.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they've learned enough to where they know what to do now.
Yeah. And now, I'm not gonna lie, the show has also made me go, Soto, you were committed to doing everything, right? Can you give me Mr. Assassin? I need Mr. Assassin. I don't care which form at this point. You can give me just one of them. You can just give me his assumed Force Riser version. I'll take it. But I'm not gonna lie, if you do like a fucking, hey, here's a 3-pack of all of Graphite's forms, except, hey, here's a 3-pack of all of Mr. Assassin's like monster forms, I'm okay with that. Because that's what Soto did. Soto was like, hey, here's all 3 of Graphite's forms in one package. But yeah, Soto, well, 01, Soto's also good from the experience I've had with it now. But like 01 is just fucking so good. Oh my God, it's so good. Such a really good series. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to have a good Rider series. Anywho, you don't have a quick draw, correct?
Correct.
All right. Then I guess tomorrow we're doing the Forza we didn't get to do last week. Meaning yep. I'm going to rewatch the episodes tomorrow before we do the show to refresh.
Meaning I probably need to also.
Yeah. And then Wednesday, instead of Transformers, it's Pokemon. And then Thursday, instead of Pokemon, it's Transformers. So we're swapping them out. It's okay, folks. There may or may not be an extra Pokemon stream Tuesday if I feel the urge. maybe keep an eye on the schedule just in case. Then Friday will be not a thing that's not 6 hours of Pokemon.
I mean, won't be 6 hours of Sword.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, all the Pokemon here recently, I've kind of thought of a dumb idea, but I'm not sure if I want to pull the trigger and fire on it or not.
Is it a Soul Lock? Are we doing a Soul Lock?
No.
Okay, good.
Ish.
Alright.
Ish.
Oh,
But,
oh no.
But yeah, one of those, I don't know if I want to pull the trigger on that. But yeah. Either way, it'll be something.
Yeah.
I don't know what yet.
And then Saturday is Rampant Gaming.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Don't know what yet.
And then back around to us. Let me double check the watch list real quick, because that might be actually. We might actually be doing Cosmic Debut next week. Let me double check that.
I mean, I would think it would probably be within that next batch.
Yeah. I'd need to double check because I'm like, oh yeah, there's also a director's cut that shoves the 2 episodes together. We'll probably just be watching the individual episodes because the finale is the same way as well. Yes, actually. Yes, in the second half of it. Next week.
Okay. I figured it'd be relatively close.
Yeah. Yeah, next week will be Cosmic's debut, and we'll get into that and get into. Do you want to see Gentaro pissed? Because that is a fight that I completely believe. Like, oh yeah, Gentaro's pissed this entire fight, considering the events that lead up to that. He is extremely not in the mood. So yeah, anything else?
No.
All right then. If you want updates on when we go live, the Twitch, technically
Well,
Twitch. Yeah, Twitter at TG Saloon is where to go. It will tweet. You'll get a tweet when we go live. Most of the time, as long as the bot's cooperative, and also if I don't fuck up if something happens.
Hitting the follow button on Twitch also does the same thing.
Pretty much. Exclamation point Discord.
Hit the bell. I do need to mention that because I forgot about that.
I think Twitch automatically has the bell on. You have to actually switch the bell off.
I think, but it never hurts to double check.
Yeah, I think Twitch has it to where you need to turn the bell off instead of turn the bell on. But yeah, there's that. Exclamation point Discord gets you the Discord. We have a Dropbox for questions. If you got questions, we'll answer them on the relevant podcast, whether it's here or TGSR. So don't be afraid to drop something in there. We'll get around to it. And you can also chat about stuff in any of the channels we got. And then the follower goal. I forgot the last thing. The follower goal. We're chipping away at that 200 follows / hitting affiliate, because we'll do that stuff as well if we hit affiliate. So either or, we'll get that. So just tell your friends, invite them in, have them watch us. It helps us either way. But anyway, that'll do it for me and for Tommy. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for TGSR.